Hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are back with my Let's Play of the Russian campaign for Empire Earth. So in our last video we ended up playing the 4th mission, which saw us invading China. Today we are now going to be doing a change of heart, which now sees us actually doing a showdown between, well, Novaya Russia and the US. So let's jump right in, shall we?
Krikor II has subdued all of Europe and Asia, but there is one world power with which he must still contend: the United States. Beyond a few skirmishes, little military nor diplomatic interaction has taken place between the Americans and Novaya Russians during this time. The US prepared for the presumed invasion, but refrained from launching offensives for fear of harming Krikor's captive population. Instead, they waited for him to come to them. And now Krikor is doing just that. His troops under newly promoted General Molotov have been sent to set up operations in the Caribbean. The Americans have responded by sending forces to bolster the defenses of their ally, Cuba. The final showdown has begun.
Okay, so let's see the history here. Obviously this is fictional as it takes place in the future, but if you are interested, feel free to pause the video now and read ahead. I'm not going to be reading it, but like I said, if you're interested, go ahead and pause the video now. And yeah, so there's also hints here, so yeah. Let's jump right in, shall we? Alright, so let's see what we have here.
We have landed on the island of Hispaniola as ordered. No resistance so far. I expect the defenders are still concentrated to the west. We will regroup and then prepare to invade Cuba. But I must stress again that we have deployed too small a force for this operation.
You still doubt me after all this time, Molotov? Were I human, I would find your continued questioning of my orders insulting, even insolent. Perhaps your men need to be taught a lesson, one that I learned from Cortez. Humans always fight harder when they must succeed or die.
Well, there goes our Navy. Thanks, Grigor. We definitely didn't need those ships.
I understand. You certainly have a talent for motivating humans.
And those not quite human, I trust. Now proceed with the attack.
Alright, so what am I going to do here? Well, for a start, I'm going to go ahead and build a siege factory right here.
Standing by. Ready. Awaiting orders. Right away. Ready. Okay.
Anyways, the reason I'm going to build the siege factory is so I can get some good old-fashioned howitzers up and running. I want them up early so I can just hopefully steamroll the guys on the west side of this island here. So we'll build a few howitzers and maybe one cannon. Why not? One cannon as well. So that's done. These citizens will be, I'll set them to a group here. The military will be set to a group, and Grigor will be set to group 0. Anyways, my strategy is going to be, for the start, to just ideally blast away at the enemy defenses using the cannons and the howitzers, or the howitzer and artillery. And yeah, that should get me to where I need to be. Now, it's a risky maneuver, but I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these.
How can I help? Okay.
While we're at it, we'll build a capital here that'll allow us to get both gold and iron right off the bat, which is excellent news. And can I get 8 citizens up and running? I think I can. Yep. And let's see.
For the people.
Alright, now that we've got that taken care of, these cannons are now going, or these howitzers and the artillery are now going to be, their main goal is going to be to blast the enemy gate that we're going to run into, and then defeat the enemy infantry up close. Although while we're at it, we will want a hospital built. Let's get that built right away. And look at me, I actually almost forgot to use my civ points for a while. Alright, so good. I think we have everything we need. So let's go ahead and also see here. Pop cap, I do want that. And attack and hit points. That. What else do we have here? Infantry. Yeah, I'll make my infantry slightly better, because I do need some stat boost for them. And is there anything else that I need? Maybe, let's see, civil tower. Nope, nope. Maybe cybers. I could do a hit points for the cyber ultras. For now, though, I'm going to hold off. Now this will actually improve our pop cap by another 5. So we will now have 91 in that.
Ready.
Do we have enough wood to build our granary and get it up and running? I think we do. Okay. Alright. I think we've about got everything we need. Get my farm up to proper efficiency.
Okay.
There we go. Now, as you could probably tell, my main purpose is going to be using these guys to scout ahead and essentially hold the ground, while the rest of my force, mainly my artillery, blasts this gate down, which I will then, after that's done, proceed to start blasting away at their industry. Now, considering the fact that I have both howitzers and artillery, I have a rather considerable advantage when it comes to this, because the artillery provides the AoE effect, while the howitzers provide the advantage of just absolutely leveling buildings. And the AoE effect is really, really useful here in case they decide to send their citizens out to try to delete or try to repair their building while I'm shooting at it. Let's take that out too. I think that's most of their defenses right now. So if we roll in, there is a tower. If we take it, if we just stay around here and start deleting what's left of them from a distance, we can pretty much deal with everything that they have to offer. Okay. We'll destroy the capital, which will prevent them from rebuilding. Now you do want, now when you play this particular mission also, you don't want to build up your industry too much. Which may sound weird, but there is a purpose for it later on. Trust me. Okay, so we will go ahead and upgrade this granary. That tower has been deleted. We'll delete this tower too. Alright, so I don't think they're actually throwing anything that can damage my base right now, which is excellent. So we'll just move in and that should be that. This will give us more room to expand if we really need to. Alright, so that's going good. Go ahead and push that further. Oop, tower. A few towers, actually. There we go. And that's deleted. Don't think there's anything left once we on this island once we get these taken care of. So yeah, we've just dealt with the entirety of their little force here. We might have to deal with some units up here though. That would be about it. Oh yeah, yes, there is a tower there. Good to know. And it took out the Hyperion. That's unfortunate. However, now that that's dealt with, let's see. All I have right now is a siege factory, and I do need more wood. But we just defeated the force down here. That is excellent news. What do I want to do now? I want to improve the range of these. Right now it's at a range of 17, but I can improve it a little bit more. I do need to get more wood. That's going to be the big issue here in this campaign. But once I get that settled, I can then start moving on and taking them out on Cuba itself. Should I really start building more getting more resources from there? I don't think I should. I'm getting a small but steady stream right now, which is all I really need. I guess I could try building a settlement here and turning it into a town center, which is probably what I'm going to do. Nope, not enough room. Okay, no, it doesn't really matter anyways. Okay, so that guy has a range of 17. So ideally, he should be able to spot targets. Under the best circumstances, these guys should be able to spot targets as far away as the southern tip of Cuba. Because I've actually tried this out before, and you can actually, I think you can even hit stuff at max with the howitzers too. So, which might be necessary because the artillery obviously does not have quite the. There we go. Yep, he can reach that all right. Max out their range. Oh yes, here comes their navy to try to attack us. Now this could be a problem, but I do believe I've upgraded most of my stuff, so we should be able to do quite a bit of damage to it, to that little fleet here.
People of Cuba, I'm offering you one chance and one chance only to surrender peacefully.
Just one chance? Then it seems I'll have the pleasure of telling you to rot in hell just once.
Bold words from such a weak opponent. Liz?
Call me Molly. Be warned that the U.S. isn't about to let our Cuban allies down, so we'll give you one chance to clear out. Past that, I'll let my guns do the talking for me.
Alright, so we just took out a few of their things here. I did lose the artillery, which is unfortunate, but I can replace it. And since it has the range advantage, I'm now in a good spot. Okay. Build a barracks here. And once I'm done with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and build a cyber factory. Cyber factory and a cyber lab too, ideally. That is one thing unfortunate about these artillery pieces, is that they do tend to use up wood, which is something I don't have a lot right now. But I don't need a whole lot to completely wreck their stuff. And considering the absolute range that this colossal artillery now has, whoops. A few more ships are showing. The battleship could be a problem. Do you want to take that out? Good, good. Ouch. And he's able to hit targets from way out there, so all things considered, pretty good, I think. So I'm thinking of options I have here. How I want to tackle this. I want to build as... I don't want to actually go there using an airfield. You'll see why later, but... Here comes yet another fleet of theirs. Okay, so that's dealt with. Anyways, back to what I was looking at. Cyber factory. Yeah, I'll build a cyber factory. So... Bad news is I have to... find a way to fairly easily and cheaply deal with the submarine threat. But I do have a plan. First things first, though, let's get some Apollos into the air. We have plenty of iron, plenty of gold, so we can just churn these guys out like nobody's business, and that should be a huge chunk of my strategy. Also, while we're at it, we'll go ahead and build a hospital here so they can't just slowly attrition us out. Actually, just give it the usual upgrades. Yep, he killed one of my guys. Alright, so just about got that. Now, what else can I do? Well, Cyber Lab, definitely. And then once that's done, maybe build a naval yard. If only to build some anti-submarine helicopters, because I'm going to be needing those if I want to get across. I'll also need a dock too, but that's beside the point I think at this stage. Alright, so 4 should be a good number to start off with. Let's see what we can find. Plus, they're almost completely upgraded, so... Oop. That's bad news, that's bad news. Fall back, fall back, fall back. Ow, ow, ow. Wait, I think some of our... Okay, carrier deleted. Can we get within range of those guys without them firing at us? No, we can't. Bad news. Well, that's bad. I need something to break through the stalemate here. I do have the pop cap to play with, so I will go ahead and expand a little. Alright, so what's my strategy here? Well, I need to delete some of these submarines that are here. If only so I can send some infantry to wreck the AA positions here, and at that point, it's a simple matter of sweeping up. Also, if I can get a settlement ready to go, that would be excellent. First things first, though. Naval yard. Build me some anti-submarine helicopters, and watch the fun begin. Couple Sea King 2s. A little plan to try to attack us in this way isn't quite going well. If I remember correctly, once their little little force here gets taken care of, shouldn't be too much in the way of anti-air defense. So, which means that once I get a foothold, I can actually just bite and hold and just claim the rest of the island slowly but surely. How many more of these I need? I'm pretty much where I need to be.
Ready, sir. On your command. Jet 4. On your command.
Just start deleting a few subs.
On your command. On your command. Jet 4.
Okay, we about got him. Another one deleted. That was pretty close. Fortunately, these guys do heal up there, which is excellent for us. Okay, so what is my next part of this strategy here? Gonna have to build a dock. And while I'm at it, I better build a town center just so I can replace any losses I suffer. But otherwise,
Ready, sir. On your command.
what?
How can I help?
Oh dear me.
Right away.
Okay, so we got that bit of it done. These guys are pretty much maxed out, which means they'll be doing a lot more damage, and plus we have 5 of them instead of the 2 that we originally had. But it only works if they actually hit the target.
On your command.
Okay, so let's see how many more of these things we have to deal with. Okay, so we do have some stuff. A few ships, but nothing too serious right now. Good, that's been taken care of. So we do know what we're dealing with for the most part.
How can I help?
I do have one of these. So 5 black robes also. And that will be my invasion force. Actually, while we're at it, I think I can fit 2 more units on because these have a cap of 14 if I remember correctly. So a couple of howitzers in addition, and yeah. I could be misremembering that, but I think it's 14 that these things can carry. If it's less, then I could be in a spot, but I don't think it. Oh. Okay, so what else can I improve while I'm here? University, yeah, let's see if there's anything useful there.
Bridge here.
My memory was correct, it is 14. That's excellent. So I'll be able to upgrade that, there we go. Nothing of note, okay.
Okay.
I don't think I need anything else. I do, however, need to take out the submarines, because that is going to be a problem. Yep, and they're coming straight from my transport. That's lovely. Here comes another one.
On your command.
What is hitting us? I don't know what it was. That has to go. That has to go. Here comes another one. Alright. I have no idea how many submarines they have, but apparently the answer is enough. And the spam continues. Yeah, that could be a problem. Okay, so once... Ideally, I can just make it there. That's what I'm hoping. I can just get there with this ship filled with goodies. That should be is hitting us. Oh. We'll go ahead and delete that. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, darn, they hit. Well, this kind of backfired. Except, they did at least succeed in deleting the anti-air defense. So I can now swarm them. So now, I can actually get the foothold that I need. Maybe a little bit unorthodox in the implementation, but hey. And the infantry spam continues. There's only so many of them out there, so if I start taking out their barracks, they will start to run out of them. I am still slowly losing areas though, so that is a problem. But so we've dealt with most of this. They're still gonna spam me with units over here, aren't they? Yep. Okay, so I did take out that tower. That's excellent. Another tower needs to go. Once the towers are done, I can at least push forward, take them out. And I will have the proper bite and hold established that I need. It was at least a good idea of me to get more citizens ready. Now, I still need to get 5 more of these ready too. Let's see what's left. Might as well do some basic reconnaissance. Okay, so we've pretty much defeated everything that we've needed to defeat. No, fall back. Okay, well at least we've got that taken care of. So, what is going to be my strategy? Well, we do have to get more areas into the air, if only to... There we go. So my strategy, yeah, is get more areas into the air and then overrun them. Couple of howitzers just to even things out. We should be good to go, I think. I am annoyed though that they decided to try to look for exploits in the terrain just so it can hit my barracks here. But looks like my little strategy is starting to take shape.
Bridge here. Ready.
Okay.
Now the good news is I can build a settlement somewhere around here, I think, and then start expanding, which is exactly what I need to do.
Ready, sir.
There's the other gun. I think once I have at least 5 of these areas, I should be good to go. Oh, that's bad news. That is bad, bad news. That needs to go right away. That was a ballistic missile sub. And it was looking to really ruin my day. Alright, so... Are we close to building another one? Yes, we are. We'll go ahead and wait. Oop, more submarines. It does look like they might be a problem. Yep, that could be a problem. At least I deleted 2 there, so that's excellent news. Alright. So the submarine menace is suddenly no more. Okay.
Ready.
Send our Ares in to cover them. And now that we have the towers deleted and most of the defenses in the south taken care of, all that really remains is building a settlement, the few basic things we'll be needing.
How can I help?
Town center is a must. That's dealt with. Populate. And cyber factory, yep, want one of those. Barracks, yep.
Okay.
And siege factory. This should be all that we really, really need. Actually, wait, we could use a hospital.
Ready.
I just
How
remembered.
can I help?
Delete that, and problem solved. Okay. So we have everything we need. Let's go ahead and get a few more of these guys up. Build that there.
We are under attack. For the motherland.
Okay, so that's done. Bad news, bad news, bad news. That backfired. Alright, we'll just delete the infantry that's spammed here. That's a lot of infantry. Wow. They might actually push us back if we're not careful. Help? The infantry spam is real with these guys. I do not want to have to go back here again. I do have more reinforcements I can send. Okay. Alright, we almost dealt with another one. Just only a few more left. I can... And they're sending in ships to help. Of course they are. No, I can't let them destroy that. Urgh. Well, once more into this little invasion plan of ours. And the spam continues, because of course it does. Alright. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a little bit again, because I'm not going to be sending... I'm not going to be building up my industry in this particular Let's Play video. I'm not going to spoil why, but I'm just not going to. Which means that we have to very slowly... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to force you guys to go through that, watching that. So let's just cut the time in half. And of course, they are attacking my transport ship. At least I can take them down. Alright, let's see. At least this time I will have the numbers advantage when it comes to the sheer number of these cybers I'm going to be sending their way. They're just not going to be able to hold on again like they did last time. Now, they still might have a considerable submarine fleet out, so we do need to build some of these guys again just to deal with that. Do I want to build a Triton? Sure, why not? If nothing else, I can at least use the darn thing to clear out tons of infantry very quickly. But even with that in consideration, it should have an extremely impressive range, which is exactly what I need right now. So I can, that way I can hit this thing, maybe completely take it out without any fuss whatsoever, and should be all good. They sunk the transport again, didn't they? Yeah, I'm not gonna put up with that. Sorry, guys. Your nonsense ends here. Okay, we officially have... No, no. Another fleet heading our way. Awesome. You guys get to have fun dealing with my swarm of arrays now. A swarm that's not going to go away that easily for you. Okay, so I pretty much hit the pop cap limit.
Ready, sir.
Still no submarine, which is sad. But irrelevant at this point, considering the sheer number of stuff I'm going to be sending. Ooh, right. I better send this back. Back, I said. Oh, sorry. Did your little plan of just spamming with infantry go awry? Because it looks like it did. There we go, problem solved. Now I'll just get my guys onto this transport.
Bridge here.
We'll now land
Setting course.
again,
Plotting new course.
rebuild, and just wreck their stuff.
Bridge here.
Please get there, please get there.
Plotting new course.
Okay, that works.
Right away.
Alright.
We are under attack.
Well, the transport might have gone, but that's kind of irrelevant now, because we are this time here to stay.
How can I help? Right away. We are under attack. We are under attack.
Oh look, they're spamming me with infantry again.
Ready. Right away.
Sorry guys, but this time I came prepared. Actually, let's just rush. Oh, there's two. Well, we can still rush it. Wow, just how many of these guys are there? At least I dealt with that spam again. I have to be getting close to running out of bad guys to shoot at. Have to kill the barracks. Okay, so now's a good time to fall back. But the fallback is just a ruse. Okay, so they're... Oh. Oh. That is bad.
Sir, on your command.
That has to go right now.
We are under attack.
Just a few more and we got it. Another one? That must be another ballistic sub somewhere.
On your command.
There it is. Alright. Pretty much steamrolled over most of them. Sorry if this video is taking a long time, but these guys... Oh. Alright, so good news is we've dealt with that. Yeah, I've about had it with their shenanigans here, but the beachhead has been well and truly established. These guys have pretty much had it. Actually, just... Oh, they're sending in airplanes. Well, that could be a problem. They should... let's see, is this a regular fighter? Okay, so I think I should just be able to destroy an airfield and that should bring it down. There it is. Delete this and the problem goes away. Oh, there's more than one. Okay. Well, no matter. Ooh, they have 3 of them up. Interesting. Let's see just how many aircraft they intend to build. That one's been dealt with. Have to focus on these things, unfortunately, because until we get these airfields dealt with, we're going to be constantly hit with these airplanes. Oh dear, this could be a very real problem. And another one. Of course there's another one. Why wouldn't there be? Come on, we're so close to defeating that. Oh.
How can I help?
Build me...
Right away.
Did I mention just how much this mission can annoy me at times? But we seem to be making headway. We're right at the gates. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 more airfields left and we got this. barracks.
Right away.
That right away.
Ready? Okay.
Cannot let them destroy this town center because that is my main line of defense, right? Or that is my main base of operations. Cannot afford to lose that.
How can I help? Right away.
Okay. Ready, right away. How can I help?
I'm building a tower, screw it.
Ready, sir.
Ready?
Okay. One more siege factory, and we should have it.
Okay.
Just need to finally destroy that final airfield there, and we should be good to go.
We are under attack. Okay.
In case you're wondering, one of the reasons why this Let's Play took so long is because I'm not exactly a huge fan of this mission. And I know you could be saying, well, I'm not playing it right, and there, I guess you could make that logic. I guess you could make that conclusion at this point, but I still have a method to my madness. Okay. Just need to take out that final bit, and I can do this.
How can I help?
No, I don't want to build another tank factory here because okay. I think we're in a position now where we can actually move ahead. So my plan is going to be as such. The infantry are going to move forward, screening for the artillery. And the goal is going to be to have the artillery kill that. There might be too many of them. So actually, we'll improve this little plan of ours by adding the cybers. Okay.
We are under attack.
And the spam continues. Hooray! Oh, here comes the Air Force. And they're coming in force. And they're coming in big numbers. Well, that's bad news. Well, this plan's going to backfire spectacularly now, because I don't have anything to screen these guys. I still don't want to send... I don't want to build any anti-air units, because I don't want to build the tank factory to build the anti-air units. On the other hand, if I have 20 of these guys, it might work.
How can I help?
Right away.
However, maybe if I just...
Okay.
Because I don't... I'll go ahead and build some AA defenses. Maybe it'll encourage them to come here and just get annihilated by my area. Oh.
Ready, sir.
Speaking of things I need to deal with,
Ready, sir. Jet 4.
We are under attack. How can I help?
yep, need to build a hospital now.
We are under attack.
People. For the motherland.
We are under attack.
Comrade for the people. Da. For the motherland.
How can I help? Ready?
All right.
Da. For the motherland.
Ready.
Okay.
While I'm waiting, I might as well build a few more of these things.
Comrade for the people.
Ready?
We are under attack.
Comrade for the people.
We are under attack.
Comrade for
We
the
are under
motherland.
attack.
Okay, what's hitting us now? More of these things. You know what? I might as well just at this point get a few more citizens built and just have them go up north so that these guys will stop firing at the thing because it won't do them any good anymore. That, of course, is only if I can get these guys to die fast enough. And I don't think that's going to quite happen. Wait a second. There we go. Whew. Just in the nick of time. I do believe I have... How many citizens do I have left?
How can I help?
3, so that makes 5. Yep, there we go.
Okay. Right away.
Finally, we should be safe from getting a hit of losing our settlement.
Under attack.
There we go.
For the people.
All right.
Comrade. For the people. For the motherland. For
I
the
do believe we
people.
have the numbers on them now. So let's go ahead. We'll just move right in, crush what's left of their little air force, and then we can finally sweep up and defeat what's left of it.
Attack.
For the people.
Oh, did you send the wrong kind of aviation against me? It looks like you have.
For the motherland.
We are under attack.
And it looks like it's about done. These guys don't have an air force anymore. They're just going to slowly wither away. Although now that I actually have the numbers to deal with them, thanks to the artillery. There's something satisfying about just annihilating what's left now. Ooh. In case I do actually have to hit anything, come back here with another wave, I'm just going to delete what's left of their anti-air defense now. Alright. There we go. On the homeward stretch now, that for sure. Oh, there's their barracks. That's done. Alright, so we've pretty much cleared out all of Cuba right now. Two docks, a naval yard, 3 cyber factories. Okay. I think it wants us to build them all in the vicinity of the town center that we will be making. Simple enough, but... Alright, so it looks like the worst of it is over. And yes, I'm well aware that this mission is probably going to rank quite a few hours in at this point. Alright, let's see just... Ooh, another tower. See what's over here. Another tower. Ooh, two more towers, actually. I do really enjoy the fact that that all of the artillery improvements have really been paying off in this particular campaign. And it looks like the entirety of Cuba has just been dealt with. Good. Now.
Ready.
Plan is going to be very simple. Build a town center here. First we'll get the settlement going, and then we'll just go ahead and get, I believe it was 3 cyber factories, 2 docks, a naval yard, is what they were wanting. So we will go ahead and do that. dot. Oh, oh.
Ready? Right away. Okay.
Whew.
Right away. Okay.
All right. Oh no. Oh no. Thank you. That I really did need that citizen to populate that building. All right, well, let's do this again. Just in case they manage to get all of them.
Okay. Right away. We are under attack.
Okay.
Okay. Right away. Right away. Okay.
How can I help?
Just populate that.
Ready? Right away.
Will get us the naval yard that we need.
Ready? Okay. How can I help? Right away.
Now, for my next act, we're going to get 5 areas up and running.
How can I help? Right away.
There we go.
Grigor, we've finished setting up our operations in Cuba. The invasion of the United States can now commence.
Well done, General. The civilian population of Cuba is too large to control and too small to be of value. Have them all rounded up and killed.
But Grigor, that is more than 18 million innocent people. They pose no real threat to us.
Must I remind you, Molotov? There is only the state and those outside the state. You said once you believed our forces were spread too thin, yet you would squander them on policing irrelevant outsiders. Now do as I command.
I have served Novaya Russia to my utmost ability, but I cannot carry out such an order based solely on cold logic.
Your human emotions are overwhelming you, Molotov. Perhaps I have placed too much strain on you these last few years. The pressures of command can be great. Return to Moscow at once, and I will see to it that you get a much-deserved rest.
I suspect that your rest would be of the permanent variety. I may now be a monster in appearance, but I am still human underneath. Perhaps I needed the accident to remind me of this.
You've lost your senses. Remember that you owe me your life. I warn you, Molotov. Do not betray me.
All
I am
right.
prepared to take the risk. If I die now, at least I would die as a human being and not as a cold-hearted robot. I must meet with that bold American Molly.
Why have you come here? You know, I could have had you killed.
That you did not speaks of your character. I have come because I see now that Novaya Russia is a fraud. One man's dream of a powerful Russia has been twisted into a horrible evil, where innocent people are sacrificed for the good of the state.
Those of us on the outside have known that for quite some time. But what makes you think anyone here will trust you? Are we to believe you've had a sudden change of heart?
No, not sudden. Since before I was disfigured, I had bouts with my conscience. But since then, let us say, more than just my limbs changed on that day. As for trust, what other options do you have? Do you believe the United States can succeed where all others have failed? Is it not worth trying to avoid more bloodshed in any case?
You have a point. But just what do you propose that we do? As you implied, the odds are against us.
Even my knowledge of Novaya Russia's forces won't be enough to stop them by conventional means. But I have a plan. The Chinese were working on experiments in time travel, and I managed to steal the blueprints for the time machine. I assume the US must have known of the experiments. Perhaps you are even researching time travel yourselves. As I see it, our only hope is to go back in time and prevent this all from happening. I don't know if it will work, or if it could even make things worse, but I see no alternatives.
I am forced to agree. Very well, General Molotov. I'll see to it that you get escorted safely back to the US, and we'll try to offer you what help we can.
Alright, so that, in a nutshell, is why we did not actually...
I've shown the designs to your scientists, and they've given me some unfortunate news. I don't understand all the technical details, but it seems the forces involved in time travel will be easiest to manipulate if we build a machine somewhere in Cuba.
That will be difficult, seeing as your boys just finished overrunning the place. But if it's Cuba we need, it's Cuba we'll get. The US wasn't idle while you were busy devastating China and Europe. We've been working on improved tactical nuclear missiles. The blast is localized to minimize collateral damage. It's about as pinpointed as a nuclear weapon can get. But they should make short work of any resistance from your country.
Okay, so I'm going to want to get my ships, as many of them as possible, to fall back. They're going to serve a purpose later on, but for now... Well, I did mention that they have these missile bases here, which is good news for us, because we should be able to target things from pretty far away like that. Let's see if that's true or not. Oh, it is true. That's good to know. Fire these off, and that should be the end of their little force there. Okay, so let's see what we have left. 17 points. Well, that should be enough for some cyber combat things, I believe. Yes, it is. So hit points or range. Hit points for now. Alright. Like I said, I do have a plan. Let's get these people to gather some gold for us.
How can I help? Okay. Yes, Commander. How can I help? Right away. Ready. Okay.
Also need cyber factories, and lots of them.
Okay.
Because we're going to take this area by storm. Good news is we do have some ships left of the Cuban Navy, so we haven't completely deleted them when we're playing as the Novaya Russians. But yeah, that in a nutshell is exactly why.
First officer, letting go course.
That's about, or no, that's a frigate, but that's still not going to be a fight we can win.
First officer here.
Still, might as well upgrade what ships we do have left.
First officer here.
Alright, while we're at it, we definitely need some wood. So that.
How can I help? Right away.
This should be pretty easy now. All we have to do is get our cyber forces up to snuff, and we should be good to go.
How can I help?
Yeah, that should be plenty.
Okay.
Planning on using a considerable portion of the heavy lifting.
We are under attack.
Oh, that's bad news. That is really bad news. Okay. Go and delete that now. Oh, and here comes our first wave of cybers. Actually, it'd probably be a good idea to get 20 of them in one go. But for now... Oh, they have more cybers. Well, of course they do. And Zeus, which are anti-cyber cybers. Oh, and also cruisers. Great news all around. Okay, so let's see just how much is left their base here. Hopefully... finally dealt with.
Yes, Commander.
Go ahead and build a hospital over here.
Okay.
Alright. Now. Oh, that is very bad news. Because those are nuclear bombers. And that is a whole bunch of bombers now without a base to go. So that should be good as taken care of. All right. They must have another airfield around if that bomber is able to stay in the air for as long as it is. Yeah, there's definitely more. Oh. Alright, so that's a good chunk of their little fleet dealt with. So then we'll just have the nukes just do the heavy lifting again with that. Ooh, there's the other. Alright, so hopefully, yep, there they go. That's taken care of. Oh, this is going to be such an easy mission now that I've gotten this part taken care of. Okay. Before I get ahead of myself, I do need to get a few other things dealt with. I need to get some anti-submarine helicopters ready to go. The purpose is that there's going to be some subs that we're going to have to deal with, ballistic missile subs. So we'll have to deal with those things fairly easily and efficiently. Best way to do that is, of course, with, well, the anti-submarine helicopters I've been using. You know, that is one thing about the original version of Empire Earth that I wasn't a huge fan of, the fact that nuclear missile silos just weren't really standard until... Well, they were never actually standard in the original game, but they were available to Novaya Russia as an ability. That was something I felt was missed, but that is really more of a nitpick issue than anything. How many more of these guys are there? Because I can't imagine there being... Ow. They must have really got a huge naval base somewhere. Filled with... that they've just spammed the whole thing with naval yards. Okay, so at least that is dealt with. Okay, so you can actually... Wait. Okay, my mistake. My mistake. So yeah, it must be just good old-fashioned docks that are populating the place that are allowing them to build this massive fleet. But... they are slowly, but they have to run out of them at some point. Actually, we'll just kill that dock too, because I'm sure they're using docks to. I'm sure that dock's being used to help spam us. Ah, that and that one. Okay, yeah, let's take out that one too. Just how many of these things do they intend to build? So I've pretty much taken out most of their fleet at this point. Okay, they must have a huge... Wait. Oh, no, you don't. That tells me that they've most likely built another town center. Which means that they've snuck around behind me. Are slowly trying to rebuild their little... Yeah, your little plan isn't going to work if I just keep killing your citizens. There we go. Alright, we'll go back, see just how big this rabbit hole gets. Okay, maybe what happened was I forgot that I probably had the buildings here to deal with or something. No? No, they've just been busy building stuff. Okay. Well, once I take out that town center, at least, they won't be able to keep spamming me with citizens, which means I'll then be able to just finish off what's left here. And then finally... Actually, we'll leave those alone for now. That is another source of my problems. And of course they got another airfield running. Well, I know what I have to do here now. First things first though, I have to destroy this town center. Okay, that's finally dealt with, so we don't have to worry about them spamming me with citizens and building stuff behind my back anymore. Now it's just a simple case of deleting what's left here.
Ready, sir.
Alright, so now this mission is effectively a mobile. All I have to do is just get a few subs.
We are under attack.
Actually, quite a few subs. And just delete the cruisers that they have all over the place. But the good news is, now that I've finally gotten the option of dealing with everything much weaker, now that I didn't actually build up my forces on Cuba originally, it is actually a lot easier now. And apparently I somehow managed to do enough damage that even still I was able to instantly change sides, which is excellent news. Alright, so that is the end of that. Now, the good news is I still have a few things. Now, I do have a few things left here to deal with, but because I didn't build up very much, it's not a whole lot to actually have to finish off for me.
First officer here.
Oh, that is so satisfying. I think they shot down all my little anti-submarine helicopters though, which is unfortunate. But at this stage, just about everything else has been... Ooh.
First officer here. Underway. Setting course.
Alright, we'll go ahead and send these guys off here. Our whole goal should be to finish off what's left of the... I'm pretty sure that this and the other one are about all that's left. Now, since I do actually have, since I am going to be traveling back over there, might as well go ahead and actually build an airfield.
Right away.
That'll allow me to be able to transport helicopters finally, do all kinds of good stuff. So, that's dealt with. And we'll go ahead and finish off the south there while at it. And transport a helicopter. So they are still spamming me with docks. And subsequently, their little cruisers, sorry.
Now course, sir.
See what? Let's see just how much is left of their fleet in the south. Make sure there's nothing here of note. I don't think there is. Oh yeah, there's some islands here, so these guys are on our side. That is a mildly good thing, I guess. I was wondering at one point why.
First officer report, sir.
Go ahead and trick him into following you. And there is one of the reasons why I have all of these submarines.
Our course, sir.
We are under attack.
Oh, another dock. Let's go deal with that real quick.
First officer here. Underway.
We are under attack. We are under attack. We are under attack.
We really do not want them having any of these naval yards up during the final stage of this mission. That would be just bad news all around. So we've got this anti-sub force finally ready.
Ready.
10-4.
Alright. Get a couple more citizens and we will take off. Build a town center. Do all the usual good stuff. And then we'll build the time machine. I just need to finish off what's left here.
We are under attack.
All right. Wonder if these guys can actually hit the target. It looks like they can. That'll be amusing to watch. Actually, let's just focus fire on this, so maybe we can actually take them both down in one go.
We are under attack.
So apparently they removed all of those, and that. So I don't have to actually deal with anything else. That is really good. Saves me quite a bit of time. Alright,
Setting course.
send these guys back up here.
Ready, sir. On your command.
How can I help?
Roger, sir.
Build a time machine and then we'll defend it while it charges up. Okay, simple enough. We'll just build it over Havana, basically right over around the Havana area. Oh. That is a huge problem. A huge problem we will soon deal with as soon as we finish building this.
First officer here.
Oh, that's bad. No! Get out of their kill range. Don't want to keep losing these things because... There we go. Alright, so what's left of their... Oh. That's why they have another dock up. Why wouldn't they have another dock up? Alright.
Right away.
Our course, sir. Ready, sir. On your command. Jet 4. On your command. Jet 4. On your command.
Sir? Roger. Ready, sir.
First officer here. Underway. Our course, sir. First officer here. Setting course. Our course, sir. Underway. Setting course.
Alright, so I'm going to have to set up a submarine net here to try... Because one of the things they're going to do is send missile subs out, and I believe they spawn them from over here or something. Because every single time I've gone into this scenario, that's what's happened. They spawn them somewhere around there, and you have to basically hunt them down. Bad news is, because our...
Ready, sir. On your command.
Because of all kinds of problems, we basically have to keep make sure that it does not get attacked by...
Our course, sir.
Let's see. Position you there.
First officer here. Our course, sir. Setting course. Underway.
Hopefully my torpedo or my submarine is secure enough to do the job.
Yes, Commander? 10-4. Ready, sir.
Okay, just fly them over. Drop them off.
Well, we've built it, now what?
How can I help? Okay.
It will require at least 5 hours for the time machine to power up.
Roger.
We must defend it, and then return to it later to see if our plan works.
Who do we send back?
Right away.
No offense, but you may not blend in very well in the past. I propose that I make the trip. My Russian is pretty fluent and I'm well trained for special operations. Although they don't exactly cover these kinds of situations in the manuals.
Very well, Molly. But I know to when we should travel, and my intimate knowledge of that time period could prove essential. We shall go back together.
How can I help?
Just in case they send aircraft or something.
Comrade. We are under attack.
What is here? Ooh, Hyperions. Those I can deal with.
First officer here. Our course, sir. Setting course. Underway.
Prepare to get your Hyperions deleted. Uh-oh. Yep, it's a good thing that I had some anti-air defense set up.
How can I help? Right away.
I need more, apparently.
Okay. We are under attack.
Alright.
How can I
Our
help?
little plan is working. Hospital. Going to that there.
We are under attack.
More Hyperions coming in.
We are under attack. How can I help? We are under attack.
3 hours. Okay, so we're about halfway through. And the good news is the Hyperions themselves do not fare too well against submarines. So but they do have a purpose in getting our submarine net kind of in a bind. As you can tell, there's a hole right here that we will have to cover now. Two hours, okay. We're getting close. But
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure, like I said, that they'll be sending some ballistic missile subs just to ruin my day. Be charged in 1 hour.
Affirmative.
More Hyperions. It looks like they're actually trying to... Oh dear, here they come, here they come, here they come. Have to get rid of those and now. And I also, while I'm at it, better get Molotov and Ryan out of there because I do not want them to get killed because these subs just so happen to hit them. That would be terrible. Machine is fully powered. Okay.
Affirmative.
Hurry back, hurry back, hurry back. Whew. Mission complete, I think.
We are about to perform the most improbable feat ever conceived by humankind. May the world forgive us if we make a mistake.
I hope I'm still around in the new world we are about to create. And I hope our forged credentials keep us from being shot in the past.
All right, we did it. Let's see just how much what I had left to deal with. A couple more subs here. And, ooh, that would have been nasty if they got through. Anyways. Alright then, so let's see how we did score-wise. Alright, military, we did the best, by and large. I mean, most of them are in the negative. Economy, not, well, we weren't the worst, but we were kind of in the middle. Society, by and large, the best. So, military. 820 units killed to 192 lost. Yeah, it was a pretty messy fight, all things considered. 18 buildings lost. Yep. Yep. Wonder count 1, hero count 2. Okay. Ouch. I'm sorry for everyone that has... Yeah, because this mission took literally hours to complete. Several hours to complete. Sorry about that. Alright. Well, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.